Hello, good people of Ghana and abroad, everywhere you are. This is Kim Perry, a contestant for Native Studios, the show host program that's been going on. But don't forget to vote for me. Voting has started. So today we are going to talk about trends in Ghana. So we're basically going to give reactions on trends in Ghana, and we are going to give out the gist. Yes, that's what we are going to do for today. And today on our bucket list, we have 4 influencers. Should I call them celebrities? It all depends. So today we are talking about Afronita. We are talking about Mr. Drew. We are also talking about Lewin, the Ghana Lewin, the actor we all know. And we'll also be talking about Dosi Boating. She is currently one of the hottest trending influencers in Ghana currently. The reaction for hot trends today, we are starting with Afronita. We all know Afronita is one of the sensational dancers in Ghana currently. I wouldn't say the best, but she is trying her best. So before we even get to the main reason why we are here for Afronita, let's troll it back to when she was in Dance with the Purpose Academy. So recently, an interview popped up on the media between one of the CEOs for Dance with the Purpose Academy and then our very own Kwejo Sheldon. So in the interview, the CEO was saying that Afronita, reason why she left was that her mom says as a manager for a dancer, you should be providing her with shirts, everything that she needs, cars. So I think that wasn't even in a contract. So they had no way to stop Afronita from leaving the academy because I think the parents were trying to do something wise for Afronita, but I don't think that was a very good idea of them for allowing the girl to leave where she was nurtured. All because of jealousy. That's what I'm hearing. No, I'm not the one saying it. That she is jealous of Endurance Grant. So that was just that. So recently, Afronita on 24th April of this month launched her own dance class for kids called the Afro Star Kids Academy, where she'll be training kids from the age of 3 years to 12 years. So this decision came after she somehow wasn't shortlisted for the UK Got Talent with that small child. I don't know her name though, but she's also good. So recently after the launch, she invited Dance to the Purpose Academy and most of Ghanaian influencers, celebrities, and many more. But unfortunately, Dance to the Purpose Academy didn't show up for support. So after the launch, everything, but we saw Champion Rolly, which has been speculating that they are dating. I don't know if it's true because this guy hasn't been confirming it. But because the things that are going on the social media, hugging and kissing, and it leaves a message to us that some people are being private, but the private is not private. But how will you do it? So getting into it, Dance with the Purpose didn't show up for Afronita, but Champion Rolly, we all know Champion Rolly is part of Dance with the Purpose Academy, but he showed up to support the girlfriend, but not in the name of Dance with the Purpose Academy. He came as a boyfriend. That was according to his statement in an interview. So this leaves a question that is there a fight? Is there something going on? For her leaving Dance with the Purpose Academy, was it an ideal decision? Was it accepted? Or because it's not normal for a group that you've been with them for years and then launching your own dance class to be specific, and then they did not show up for you. I find that very sad, and then it's not appropriate of them. But although we don't know the story behind it, but still it wasn't good. You've made all the social medias, everyone on the social media believes that Dance to the Purpose Academy didn't do well for Afronita. The story keeps going. I will just you on that later. So moving on to we have Mr. Drew. This is the way Mr. Drew has been drawing banger after banger after banger. We all know he is one of the promising music artists in Ghana currently. And then all of a sudden, Mr. Drew showed up with hair on the mirror head. We don't know what happened. And then this leaves a whole lot of questions to Ghanaians, whether it's an implant or just a wig. But me, dear, me, I'm to say I believe it's a wig because we all know he has been showing himself on the media, and then not less than 5 months he's having hair on the hair, and then he wants us to believe that that was an implant that he did in one of these recognizable hospitals. But we all know implants really takes a lot of time before you get a full results, almost 2 to 3 years before you get a full result. But here lies the case. Mr. Drew got his own I think 6 months ago. That's what he wants us to believe, but we also have our own belief what really went on. Is it a wig? Me, dear, I believe it's a wig, because with the time lapse of getting that hair, you can also give your thoughts on that. So that was for Mr. Drew. Moving on, this actor, one of our very own funny actors, let me call him a comedian, because in most of his movies he has been giving us back-to-back laughter, a comedy, and a whole lot. He is one of the sensational let me say media influencers, not only acting. That's Lil Wayne. So Lil Wayne last year or early this year announced her premiere of a new movie called A Country Called Ghana, featuring a whole lot of famous actors and actresses from Ghana and Nigeria. So for me personally, I think this is a very good collaboration, linking two countries together to form a good bond. So basically, the movie is about how Ghana was developed, how Ghana came up to be Ghana, things that Ghana went through, and other stuff. But the question on the media is that he has been showing more behind the scenes, and then the movie is already getting boring, because at the start people really anticipated for this movie, but in the comments, whenever he posts on his social media handles, especially Instagram, he leaves a comment that I think people have already watched the movie from the behind the scenes already, because he has been posting more of what is happening. So when you even combine all the posts, it makes the full movie meaningful. So I think that was where he was wrong, and then you could see that the anticipation for this movie has really gone down. People are not really anticipating for him anymore, because he has shown more of the movie already. This is something that you are bringing up, and then it shouldn't be more, although you have to marketize or you have to promote the movie, but I think that was too much. So it will be premiering in Accra on the 17th of May this month. No, next month. That's this year though. And in Kumasi, it's on the 25th of May. And in Sunyani too, it's on the 1st of June. Tickets are going for 200 cedis for standard and 500 cedis for VIP. I'm sure we'll all be there. But me corner say for there. Kwa me fasa meji misika biya, or me fasa na meji misika. That is it. Moving on, family. Our last person to talk about for today is Dosi Boateng. People will be asking, who is Dosi? Who is Dosi? Who is old Dosi? Dosi is let me say an influencer, but she says she's a very good at it. Only on one app, that's the Snapchat. She's really famous on Snapchat. Whenever you go on Snapchat, you see Dosi everywhere. When you are doing your own snap, Dosi is in. After posting, Dosi is there. Whoever you are chatting, Dosi is in the chat. I don't know what Dosi is doing. Everyone on Snapchat, she is there. So she had an idea of doing an exhibition, more like a trade fair in Ghana. And according to her, she had a dream of it since 2020, and then she had to work on it in 2024 with his friends and family. And fortunately for her, it really went well, as a lot of social media influencers, a lot of celebrities showed up to support our girl during this time. And the question leaving us is that all of a sudden, Dosi Barton is in Dubai. Now she's in Canada. The next day, Dosi is in UK. So people are saying, is it that she got the money for all this travel from the Porials pitch that she did, the exhibition that she did, or was she already having money? Because we all know these girls, when they start coming up and then they are dating their sugar daddies and all this. I'm not the one saying it, so people have been saying, so I'm also helping them to say it. So with all the social media sugar daddies and other stuff, they always force us to believe that they get their money from entrepreneurship, which that is what the media believes. But in somehow we just have to believe it. But you have to also believe in your own thoughts. Yes, once they are influencing us to believe them, we also have our own. So we cannot all be the 100% the same time. So during the Porial speech, I think 2 hours after the program, a lot of vendors were arrested by the Ghana Police Service because most of the products that were sold at the pitch wasn't registered in the business registry book. So we found these products were being held and also was sent to police headquarters, where Dulcie was being called, but she never showed up to any of the calls or the invites. So we are still here to hear from her what she has to say about it. Is it that she didn't do much research about these products? But I don't think for someone hosting a program, she should have much information about it. Although you need to know much of the products are coming to being sold at your events, but in the same way, I don't think you should go further. But that's what has been speculating, that she should know the kind of product being sold at the exhibition. So that also leaves us to a whole lot of questions. We are here to yet to hear from Dosi herself to know what is actually going on. So family, that is that for today. Don't forget, it's your boy Kim Perry. My show call is on the screen. Vote for me if you want to keep me in this competition. And also follow Native Media Studios on all social media platforms for more information and to follow the competition. Thank you all. See you next time.
Hello, my lovely people, and you are most welcome to the show host with me, Fosti. Today, we will be educating ourselves on road safety and traffic regulations. I know it has always been your wish for such a show, because whenever you get on the road, people are doing things. Because people only obey the traffic rules when there's a security personnel around, or when there's nobody. It's a freeway for everyone, which is why you have to stick and stay, because I have a lot and lots for us to discuss. Today, we'll be looking at drivers not making good use of the traffic lights, and some of us Ghanaians not making good use of the footbridge, and mates not taking their responsibility. So the traffic light is there to regulate the traffic, and there are 3 signals of the traffic lights, which is the red, gold, and green. So the red stands for stop, the yellow stands for get ready, and the green means go. But here's the situation. I'll use La Paz as an example. When you get to the traffic lights, that is where the drivers are contemplating whether to go or not. But meanwhile, maybe you have an interview, or maybe you have something important doing, and this is what the drivers at La Paz are doing. And sometimes when you complain, this is where they'll be like, oh, my lodi kakre, sometimes it's very annoying and disturbing. And when it comes to some of us Ghanaians not making good use of the footbridge, I'll use Kaneshi as an example. Kaneshi is a very busy place, and every day, anytime, people are working, like work is going on. But if the situation, you see a lot of people jumping, or sometimes it hurts me a lot when I see that thing ongoing. And then when we get to Medina, they are doing a very good job, because when you get to Medina, the overhead, there are different kinds of security personnel with some canes with them. They won't allow you to cross anyhow. It's compulsory for you to use a footbridge, and I would like that for us to have that everywhere, because and the drivers union in every station, I think they can put this law in place, because when there's an increment in fares, they used to plan for that and it worked for everyone. So if they can also get security personnel at every station, I think it will help to reduce some of this accidents and all that. And when it comes to mates not making good use of their responsibility or not taking their responsibilities, I've seen a lot of people, especially La Paz, when you get to a bus stop, there are some group of guys who want to load your transport. And if you don't allow them to do that, they'll go ahead to tear your clothes or maybe draw some sharp objects on you, which is very bad. I know that the responsibility of a mate is to load and to get passengers into the car. But nowadays, I don't know who brought that, but this is what the guys are doing. They will go ahead to steal you or maybe do something which is very disturbing. So my advice to the mates is that they should take their responsibility and say no to those guys. And I think it will help. So I will encourage the drivers to make good use of the traffic lights, and the mates to say no, to stand on their feet. They shouldn't let anyone make them not to take their responsibilities. They should say no to them and then do what they are supposed to do. And when it comes to some of us Ghanaians not making good use of the footbridge, I beg you, please, let's make good use of the footbridge. Thank you so much for joining me for stay on this show, and see you next time this show is aired. Bye.
Hello and welcome to the Wellness Show. My name is Edna, your guide on the journey to a lifestyle of wellness. Today we dive into the concept of wellness and what it means to live a wellness lifestyle. At the end of this show, it is my hope that you start making choices that will lead you to a lifestyle of wellness and health. Wellness is simply not just hitting the gym or eating good food. It encompasses a lot of choices that you make intentionally to take you to a more happier and satisfying life. Now let's briefly look at the dimensions of wellness. Wellness is 8-dimensional, meaning that there are 8 concepts of wellness that each you need to do to make sure that you are healthy and you are whole. It is the choices that we make that will improve your well-being. Now let's begin with the physical wellness. It encompasses activities and choices that we do concerning our bodies. How often do you exercise? How often do you choose healthy meals over unhealthy meals? How often do you drink the water that you're supposed to drink? How many hours of sleep do you get in a day? These are the questions. These are the choices that you need to make to ensure that your body is healthy. How many hours of sitting are you doing? Are you living a sedentary lifestyle where when you get to work, once you sit down, it is after you close before? Are you eating at the right time? What are the choices you're making to make sure that your body is physically well? Then we'll move on to social wellness. No man is an island. We are meant to live and intercommunicate with each other. And so whilst you are choosing, whilst you are making the choices you are making today in your life, are you prioritizing your relationship? Are you prioritizing friends? Are you prioritizing your family? What are you doing today to be conscious that you are choosing your social wellness? Then we'll move on to emotional wellness. How are you handling the stress coming your way? The chaos that and the hustle and bustle that we have in today's world, how are you handling your emotions? Understand that the concept of social media now is causing us a lot of stress. How are you managing the stress? What intentional choices are you making to make sure that you improve your wellness on the social side? Then we'll be looking at your spiritual wellness. Now, spiritual wellness, it goes beyond what we call religion. It comes at you finding your purpose, how you are executing your purpose, and the fulfillment that it gives you. That is what we can say is spiritual wellness. Then we come onto your environmental wellness, which is the environment that we live in, right from the outside of your house to the inside of your room. How is your environment like? Is it tidy? Is it clean? Is it well kept? Are things arranged properly to make sure that your life flows? You might want to also look at that as well. Then we are looking at your occupational wellness, which also complements financial wellness. It is what gives us purpose. It is what you wake up every day to go and do so that you can have a purpose that can help you improve your financial wellness as well. Then we're going to look at intellectual wellness. It is one that talks about what you're doing to your minds. How often do you read self-help books? Now, intellectual wellness, of course, because we have education as a background, some of us just go through education and it's okay, but it doesn't just end there. How often do you read a book? Like I said, self-help books. How often are you educating your mind on the things we know? So these are the discussions that we are going to be having on the series coming up. I'm excited to help you prioritize the lifestyle of wellness. I will be here and we'll go through every dimension as the time goes on, get to know why we need to live a lifestyle of wellness, the choices that we can make individually to ensure that you are living a lifestyle of wellness. Now, what you need to note is that the wellness 8 dimensions are intertwined. You can't leave one and leave the other. You can't prioritize occupation wellness and get your financial wellness stable and then neglect social wellness. And then now when you've made the money, who are you going to celebrate with? Who are you going to spend the time with? So there's definitely the need for a balance. If you're chasing the money and you forget to prioritize your health, you forget to exercise, you forget to sleep well, you forget to take care of your body. Now, when the money is here, what are you going to use it for? You're going to use it to pay the bills and the score you have kept from the negative habits that you use. You have negative choices that you've made in your life. Make a date and join me on all the episodes because you don't want to miss it. We are going to explore what it means to live a wellness lifestyle. And I'm hoping that after the end of this series, I will push you to start living a lifestyle of wellness. Until I come your way again, it has been exciting to introduce this new concept to you. My name again is Ednana. See you same time next week. Bye-bye.